Business customers, press 3. For residential credit extension, press 4. Our call center is available to assist you for regular Cleco business from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Cleco's call center is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take emergency calls. Please use the following options to conduct your Cleco business. To report a power outage or dangerous situation, press 1. Residential customers, press 2. Business customers, press 3. For residential credit extension, press 4.
Cleco is clearing the way for power reliability. By doubling efforts to remove overgrown and hazardous vegetation in our right-of-way, we are reducing the occurrence and duration of power outages. To learn more about how Cleco is strengthening reliability, visit cleco.com/reliability.
For account, billing, and payment information, press 1. To start, stop, or transfer service, press 2. To check on the status of an order, press 3. To speak to a representative, press 0. To return to the main menu, please hold while your call is transferred. For quality assurance purposes, your call may be recorded. Your estimated wait time is
1.
minutes.
Providing more customer service offices than any other Louisiana utility company. Staffed with customer representatives who work and live in Louisiana. And offering 24/7 emergency response. That's what keeps Cleco energized.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Cleco. This is Teresa. How may I help you?
Hi, I am calling to follow up on a call I placed with y'all last Friday, I think, to set up the automated billing online. The representative put in a support ticket to y'all somehow, and told me to check on it in like a week with y'all, on if I could move my like date due or billing date to be like auto billed up. So if you could check on that for me.
Okay, and who am I speaking with?
Jeffrey Thomas Bodin, the account holder for do I give you the account number or like just the address? Where is the account number? It's not somewhere here. My account number is 21-000-383-9813.
Okay, and the address I'm looking at, Mr. Jeffrey?
406 Parkview Boulevard, Mandeville, Louisiana, 70471.
Okay, and is your physical address same as your mailing address?
Yes, ma'am.
Your telephone number?
985-272-8989 and 985-520-4713.
Okay, and your email address?
My first and last name, 713@gmail.com.
And the last 4 of your social?
8926.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Jeffrey, for verifying your account for me. And you can always go to Cleco.com where you can make your payments, check your balance, and report outages. So let me see what's going on here. So I do see your bill is due on the 28th of each month. And were you trying to set up, because I do see that you set up auto draft as well.
And the auto draft date's supposed to be like they were trying to set it to a manual date of like the 5th of the month each month instead of the 28th, since I get paid on the 2nd each month. And it's Social Security, so it's guaranteed on that date. So it just is easier for me to coordinate one date. So like she said she sent a support ticket in to, I don't know, a different department than the one I'm talking to probably right now. So I think I'm speaking to the same one. And I just wanted to make sure that I checked on the status of that explicitly, because I can't see on my end, on my account, any of that information. I know y'all set up the auto draft for me, but that auto draft date should read as like the 5th or something, and they should have responded or done something by now that y'all should be able to see on your end.
No, they haven't.
Is there some
Yeah,
other
they
department I
haven't.
could speak to directly about that?
No, sir. We just have to wait till they work the ticket because you have to take in accountability. We was, the days, the holidays and stuff like that. So you can check back with us Monday and we can look and see. But as of right now, it's for the 28th.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
I'll just have to note that down, that the holidays and stuff. Okay, I didn't think about that. Okay.
And it's and it's really no guarantee. They have to just review and see when we read in that area, and if there's any conflict with that, then they might can get it as close, or they might not can change it at all. We won't know that until they actually, because there's no notes in your account stating one way or the other as of right now.
Yeah, just getting it closer, like a lot closer, will be probably fine. If even if like it can't be exactly that date, like the 7th to 10th would be a lot better than 28th. 28th's like, that's just that's very difficult to plan around, and that's why I know the rep last week said that y'all could like reduce the date by like some amount of days. It was like 15 days or something maybe, so just having support like change the due date by like 10 days or something, and then using the like normal reduce the due date function to earlier in the month by a week or two would probably be fine as well. I just can't like check myself on the website or select a drop down or anything like that like I normally would be able to, so I can't really like manipulate it myself or check, so that's why I just gave that number. So if this, I don't know what the sports ticket says or anything, but if that could also somehow be included, just in case, so it doesn't just come back as a like denied, and if they had known that, they could have just changed it a little or something. So I just want to change earlier as much as they can, I guess, if at all possible.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we haven't received anything yet, so just give us a call back Monday and we can look at it for you, okay?
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for calling Cleco. You have a good day.
Same.
Thank you for calling St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency. Please listen to all options carefully before selection. For the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, otherwise known as LAHEAP, please press 1. For emergency rental assistance, please press 2. For an employee directory, please press 3. For any other inquiries, please press 4. To hear these options again, please stay on the line. Thank you for calling St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency. Please listen to all options carefully before selection. For the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, otherwise known as LAHEAP, please press 1. For emergency rental assistance, please press 2. For an employee directory, please press 3. For any other inquiries, please press 4. To hear these options again, please stay on.
Community Action Agency is no longer scheduling appointments for the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, otherwise known as LAHEAP. Please check back with us at a later date. For additional questions, please press 1 for Slidell and 2 for the Covington office. If you have reached this recording after hours, please...
I did not recognize that as a valid entry.
Community Action Agency is no longer scheduling appointments for the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, otherwise known as LAHEAP. Please check back with us at a later date.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Community Action, Trey speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, I followed the prompts to schedule with the for the LAHEAP. I was directed here by Cleco.
Okay, we're not currently scheduling just now. We're still waiting on 2026 funds to be available. If you want to touch base with us around the 20th, we should hopefully be scheduling then, or at least know when we're going to start scheduling.
How do y'all's funding work? Just so I can know I'm making sure I'm actually contacting the right agency, because I can probably from y'all telling me that I can know if this is completely gonna not work or not. Just off the top of my head, because I'm on Social Security, but I couldn't find any actual requirements or anything for y'all. There just wasn't enough information.
Okay, yeah. So all of our funding comes through Louisiana Housing Corporation. It's federal grants. So this certain requirements that's needed. So the two main things is one, that you're a St. Tammany Parish resident. 2, that you're underneath a certain income limit. That's going to be before tax gross for the household. So if it's just you by yourself, let's see. So monthly limit before tax for a single person would be $2,551.50.
Yeah, I'm definitely under that by a lot.
Okay. So you would need, so for the main thing for the documents, we would need an ID, so that could be a driver's license or just state-issued ID. We would need a Social Security card. We would need proof of income, so if you're getting paid Social Security or disability, we would need your award letter that's dated for this year. Beyond that, we would need proof of income, so that would be if your ID matches the address on your electric bill, that could work as proof of residency. If you need, we would just need another bill that would match. And then the last thing we would need is either your current, we would need your current electric bill and or gas bill, depending if you have gas as well in the home.
Okay, I don't think Cleco's generated my first bill yet. I don't think they're going to have it generated by the 20th either. I think the information from the deposit and stuff for them, and I have the information for the deposit for the St. Tammany Parish's water as well.
Okay.
I don't have my current address on my state issued ID because I was told not to get it renewed at the DMV because I don't have a license. I don't have a driver's license, so they told me I wasn't allowed to continuously renew it until the actual expiration date.
Okay.
So it won't say the current address that I'm at. Is that something I'm going to have to get updated before I can complete this process with y'all? My passport's up to date with my address, but my the state issue thing was is a valid ID. It's just not it doesn't have my current address at it.
No, you would just need to have something else that would match. So that would be either a phone bill, a light bill, an internet bill, something that just attaches your name to the address of the property for the electric bill. Another thing I do have to bring up, unfortunately, with the grant, we're not able to pay any deposits or anything like that. So we wouldn't be able to help. wouldn't be able to help out with like an initial setup at a place. We would be looking to pay on an active account with an active bill.
How does that exactly work? Like, do y'all pay for like a certain amount of kilowatt hours a month or something like that, or just a flat like fee?
It's a flat amount that goes onto the account that's calculated with the case manager. I would say typically the average amount is about $300, and that goes into your account, and it's basically a credit on your account. It will pay off anything you currently have, and then the remainder will sit in your account, and then they'll basically use that credit versus if you have any instead of in lieu of you having to pay it until that credit's used up. You can receive 2 LAHEAP credits a year. One would be in heating, which is what we're about to start, and then the other one would be in cooling, which is later in the year. It starts around April. So you can get one of each of those a year. And then we also have another grant called our crisis grant. That's if you have an active disconnect, and it would pay the amount on the disconnect no more than $1,000.
Oh, okay. So it'd be like a $300 per year subsidy kind of a thing, not a like per month.
No, it's not per month, and the payment, there's one in, like I said, at the beginning of the year in heating, and the other one would be in cooling.
Okay, so it'd be like, it's like 2 months of the year. I think I'd be getting paid most of my bill. That's pretty good. Yeah. And it would just be like a debit or credit card that I charge onto my account with the utility company or something like that?
No, all the funds would be sent directly to the account. So it comes from LHC, our funder, and goes directly to the vendor. So that would be either Cleco or WST, whatever you have for your energy provider.
Okay. And the 300
Yep.
isn't for both like water and one for like heating or something? Like it would just be...
No, it's only going to be... Yeah, it would be whatever... it would only be for energy. Unfortunately, we don't have a grant for water. So it would go towards either your water... It would either go towards your electric or your gas if you have gas. If not, it would just all go on your electric.
Okay. Is there any other things currently or planned for the 2026 year that I could start to set up, like the LAHEAP? It's handled through y'all. Like, as y'all do that, is there another program or anything y'all have? Because it seems like I definitely would qualify if those are the criteria for most of what y'all do. Then I probably would qualify for other stuff too.
We don't have any other programs like financially that help out. The other thing would be like, I believe sometimes, depending on funding, like I said, for rental or mortgage assistance, or they have like a homeless to home program. But that would be with the housing coordinator you have to talk about. But I believe their funding goes hand in hand with us for the 2026 year. So they're not there yet. I can give you some other organizations in the area, either charity or donation-based programs, if you want to give them a call and see if they'd be able to help you out in the meantime, or they can at least let you know what they have available program-wise.
Sure, but before that, what's this mortgage assistance thing? Is that just like helping in a crisis, paying like one mortgage payment or something? Or is it like assistance to try to connect you to like underwrite a mortgage for a loan or something like that?
No, it would be help with the rent or mortgage, and like I said, you'd have to chat with the housing coordinator because I don't know all the stipulations on what they will have available and what each of those grants do.
Okay. What are they called? Under y'all, like the housing what?
The housing coordinator.
Oh, coordinator. Okay, sorry. Sorry, it's pretty early for. I just woke up. Housing coordinator. Okay, yeah. Could I have their number, please?
I can just transfer you over to Ms. Jennifer. She's the housing coordinator here in for our organization.
Before that, I guess the information on the other, organizations just before transferring me.
Yeah, the first one I have here is St. Peter's. And their number is 985-214-8618.
8618. And that the
and
then in Covington?
Yep. That's going to be a church.
Okay.
Next one I have here is Samaritan Center. And their number is 985-626-4457.
Okay.
And the last one I have here is Catholic Charities. And their number is 985-605-5840.
Okay. Is there any programs I should specifically like request through them, or so that I'm not just leaving like an aimless voicemail, since they probably get a lot of calls?
I'm not sure exactly what they offer as far as assistance, so you'd have to just chat with someone over there and see exactly
what
they're able to do.
Written down or anything of this program or
No.
this thing for. Okay, all right. I'll call them then. All right. Could you transfer me to the housing coordinator then?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Jennifer Bullock.
is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Thomas Bodin. Date of birth 05/22/97. Landline 985-520-4713. Cell 985-272-8989. That's 985-272-8989. I was just transferred by the LAHEAP I guess coordinator for y'all for the Community Action Agency. Just in case I could speak with you about the whatever the mortgage program y'all have is. I've got some questions about that, especially possibly regarding if y'all do have or know of any way to connect someone like myself on Social Security for mortgage underwriting or co-signing type of a thing, because I know I will definitely be able to qualify for a very long mortgage to a high amount with just that, and any connections or programs that y'all have or know of, or could assist with, or other options y'all have based on mortgages at all under y'all's St. Stephen Parish Community Action Agency. That's what I'm inquiring about. So just the whole thing as a blanket, and to be directed anywhere that you might think would help on top of that, or have heard of possibly having helped anyone that you've served before. It could very well be a lot more crucial than you might think, just because I'm pretty clueless about where to go and who to talk to and what things to say. I'm 28, but I know I can definitely structure and pay off like a mortgage that could be less than my current rent, and it would help a lot in my circumstances, and my family's circumstances by and large, and to keep things out of like a crisis circumstance for sure. And I know that crisis portion is what y'all mainly deal with the Fed's money. And I know that my insurance through Medicaid has funds available for some crises things. So even coordinating with that with y'all, if that's at all possible to make things work, that like combining funding, we could probably work something out with that too, because I can't usually access that funding until I'm out on the street, and that's too dangerous in my circumstances. So if you could give me a call back at 985-272-8989, or leave a voicemail at 985-520-4713, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye. Hello? This is Jeffrey Bodin. Wait, which date do I have? Oh, for pulmonology on at 11. That needs to be 12 now? Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you for calling St. Peter Charities at St. Peter Catholic Church. This phone number is a voicemail box only. Please leave a message and we will return your phone call as soon as possible. Do not call this number repeatedly. St. Peter Charities can only assist you during business hours. Our office hours are 8:30 to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 8:30 to noon on Fridays. Our Little Light Food Pantry is open on Thursdays from 1 to 4 p.m. St. Peter Charities is closed on Saturday and Sunday. We are not able to offer you assistance outside of business hours. In addition, due to our limited resources, we are not able to assist with rental or mortgage payments at this time. Failure to respect the policies of St. Peter Charities may result in an inability for us to offer you assistance. God bless you.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Thomas Bodin, date of birth 05/22/97. Landline would be 985-520-4713. Cell is 985-272-8989. I was directed to the St. Peter's Charities at St. Peter's Catholic Church by the LA HEAP staff at the St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency. Even if, as y'all's automated recording did state, for the date of 2026, January the 9th, so it's 10:14 a.m., that y'all cannot, due to funding, assist with mortgage payments directly or anything like something like that. I would still like to discuss possibilities of assisting in me maybe being directed or connected with someone who could provide me a mortgage. That would be just extraordinarily that would solve everything potentially. And probably be less strenuous on y'all's overall fiscal overhead for donations and for whatever fund y'all do pull this from for the year. If someone could be found by y'all and then make contact with me. I do have a guaranteed income from the United States of America. I'll have it for the rest of my life. So there shouldn't be an issue for getting like a 30 to 50 year loan and pushing down a rent payment to extraordinarily low because of a mortgage would absolutely allow me, with my current income increase from Social Security, to pay any property tax, millage, and other things that would be required locally. It would be much less. It would not be an issue. And I feel like if y'all already help with mortgage anything, y'all would be the most experienced in making that connection. And even finding someone who's willing to just co-sign an institution, a charity, or a person, that would, I'm permanently living where I am, so securing that as much as possible is the best option for me. Thank y'all. Have a blessed day.
Good morning, Samaritan Center.
Hi. I was directed here by the LaHeap representative from the St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency as an option that I should look into. I've been making calls to other numbers like the St. Peter's Catholic Charities, and I tried to touch base with the Parish's Community Action Agency's housing coordinator, but I left a message. Do y'all currently have any services y'all are providing? If I qualify under the St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency, which it looks like I do, by and large, that y'all are currently providing right now?
So what city do you live in?
I live in Mandeville, ma'am.
Okay, so we're a food bank, and we can, if you're going through some sort of trial or, situation where you're not able to purchase food at this time, we are a food bank that we can temporarily help you with food. If you're getting food, though, from the North Shore Food Bank, you can't do both food banks. Our food bank is just a temporary help. We try to help 3 times around that emergency. We go by appointment only, so if that is something you want help with, I can schedule an appointment for you.
How temporary is the period of time?
Well, it just depends. Each situation is different. You know, say you've lost your job and you come in and you need help with food while you're looking for work. And we give a lot of food, so it lasts a month. And so you'll get 3 months worth of food. You'll get an appointment each time, and you can get 3-time food help, which equivalates to 3 months. Say after 3 months, for some reason, you still don't have a job and you need more time, so we'll do another 3-time food help. So it just depends on the situation.
Can appointments be had over the phone? Because I'm kind of bound to the home in that regard.
No, we have to meet with you in person because it's a 3-page application that we do, and we pray and we talk to you, and then you go into the food bank, and we have a personal shopper where you get to pick out your own food. You don't have to do that. You can drive to the back of the food bank and get the food, but you definitely have to come in, at least for the first time, and do an application with us.
I guess it really depends on how far away y'all are, because I already don't access like food pantries and stuff due to the same reason. It's just way too expensive for me to pay for, you know, like private Uber or like Lyft or anything like that, and going there and back is just too much. It would already be a month's worth of food just to go one way usually. So it's that's always kind of been why it's, you know, it's just not sustainable. I'm on Social Security, so would that just like disqualify me outright? Because I'm not really gonna. I mean, I'm not currently out on the street or anything, but my situation is not exactly like good and stable right now. But it, you know, I would be. So y'all probably would definitely be able to help me. I just, you know, going in anywhere, I can't drive, that kind of thing. That just wouldn't.
Right. And you can't ask a neighbor or a church member or somebody to pick you up and bring you?
I've tried that kind of stuff before, and that just, honestly, that seems to just strain stability things for me and people like me, you know, to kind of, that utilizing like the resources provided, since it'd be permanent in terms of like need.
Have you tried Coast?
Yeah, they don't accept people like me either, due to the same reason. Coast doesn't allow people with healthcare issues as severe as mine, which is usually what you'd be on for Social Security at this point in someone's life, since I'm only 28. To be on the full amount. Right.
What do you do about food? How do you get food?
I have, like, they have a subsidy for Walmart, for Walmart Plus, and I still have to pay for that with my actual Social Security, so that just doesn't get paid in full, but it does give me like $50 discount towards that in that service.
And they can deliver the food to you?
Yeah, I live close enough to like the community Walmart, I suppose, that like the small neighborhood one, it's like kind of towards Old Mandeville. That
that's where we are. We're in Old Mandeville.
Yeah, because that's like on the other side of town for me, and that would still be basically a month's worth of food that I could purchase online with the free delivery from that Walmart. Just unfortunately, that's just how it is with the state of transit around here. And because I think years and years ago, I tried to do the Coast option, and they just they wouldn't let me even before COVID get on with them, just because.
Well, I mean so that's just who we are, and that's what we do. If you change your mind, just let us know, and we can schedule an appointment for you. But that's pretty much, you know, how it works. You do have to come in, and at least the first time, so we can get all the information from you, and then the other 2 times you could send someone in your place to pick up the food, but you know, we definitely have to meet with you the first time. So, and again, we would
still
address.
Have to like get a courier or someone else to do the pickup.
We don't deliver.
Okay, that's not a paid thing. You can just pay y'all to deliver.
No,
paying y'all one way to deliver, like even $50 or something would be still worth it, probably. Okay.
No, someone would still have to come into the administration building in your place, sit down, and we'd ask questions if anything had changed, income, expenses, all the things. So they'd have to know a little bit about you.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have
Yeah.
anybody who would be allowed to act in my place that would. It's probably part of the reason why so people like me on Social Security aren't really allowed to access certain things. That's definitely it. Is there any other organizations or anything you or y'all would be able to direct me towards? Like I've already called St. Peter's Catholic Charity today.
Right. What other help are you looking for?
I guess just anything. Like if I qualified for LAHEAP, if I qualified for the St. Peter's Community Action Agency stuff, but their funding hasn't been, I guess, dispersed by Congress yet. Just assume that I qualify for anything you can qualify for. That wouldn't have normal like physical barriers of access like y'all. That someone would.
Everyone that I know, everyone that I know, you have to meet with them at their location. So, like for instance, St. Vincent de Paul's Society. If you wanted help with a bill, you'd have to meet up with them and provide documents. And then 4 days of the month, we do help people with their bills. We're full right now for the month of January. But again, you'd have to come in, provide documentation, and complete an application. So everything I know of,
the phone.
No, definitely not.
Or like fax, like secure fax or something like that, or mail.
No,
okay.
No, everything would be in person.
Well, what's St. Vincent's number? I guess
it's a Catholic society. And what's your zip code?
70471-2877.
So you have paper and pen handy. You have paper and pen handy.
Wait, let me just make sure I write them. How do you spell? Is it Saint VIN?
You can just put SVDP.
Oh, SVDP. Oh, I've seen their stuff before. Okay. All right. What's their number?
Okay, and the one that would be your area, which is the zip code of 70471, is Mary Queen of Peace. And it's not at their church, I don't believe, that they meet. So you just call this number, which is 985-630-0256.
0256, okay.
You're going to get a recording, but leave a message on the recorder, and then whoever's on call will call you back.
So it's through Mary Queen of Peace, but not at the location for the school.
I think. Yeah, just talk to them about it.
Okay, I will
all right, and that's all I know. Okay, all right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for contacting Catholic Charities Archdiocese of New Orleans. CCANO can provide case management services, referrals to other organizations. CCANO does not offer 24-hour crises, and we do not have shelters. Currently, there is no utility help, light, gas, or water. There is no rental, mortgage, and no deposit help. If you need help with other CCANO programs, please go to our website to complete an online request form. This may help to expedite your request. Staff will evaluate if Catholic Charities is able to meet your needs. Please hold while we route your call.
Good morning, Catholic Charities.
Hi. I was directed
Good morning.
to. Hi, I was directed to y'all by the Lockheed representative at the St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency. I heard on y'all's automated, prompt that there's currently no, rental, power, food, water, light, and stuff for y'all at for the New Orleans diocese.
Correct.
Is there anything else y'all might manage federally, like through block grants or anything like that? I'm on Social Security, so usually I'll be able to get on whatever, even if it's not directly funded by y'all's budget. Just y'all's administration of programs and stuff might be something you could direct me towards, because I probably qualify if anybody qualifies.
Okay, like right now, we're not doing anything because of funding.
Do y'all have a specific
you could check
time period that funding would be?
No, it's been over 9. It's been over 9 months so far.
Wait, do y'all get funded by the Holy Seas programs or something, or is this just local tithing?
Nah, I'm not sure where the funding comes in from.
Okay, well then.
But I know we've been out for quite some time. Yeah.
Shouldn't have directed.
Yeah, we've been out for quite some time.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a normal circumstance. And it said y'all didn't run food. Y'all don't run the soup kitchens or anything like that downtown.
Matter of fact, we closed that department down as of July last year.
Really?
It was a food for families, food for senior programs. Yeah, the commodity program. We closed that down as of July.
Oh, okay. So the one that was and the one that was on the street next to the hospital system that would have, I think, for work or something like that. I'd see people just standing outside. I thought y'all ran that too.
Not Catholic Charities. We just had the food for families, food for seniors program. Now that may be something through the Archdiocese. What you're talking about?
Oh, okay. So y'all aren't the overall for the Archdiocese. Y'all are.
Oh no. We're under the umbrella. Correct.
Okay. Would you be able to direct me to the highest level for the Archdiocese, I guess? Because that's probably going to be easier for me to talk to that someone like that. Even if I have to,
let me give you the phone.
Leave a message or something.
Okay. Phone number for Chancery at Walmsley is area code 504 861 9521.
Okay, well, and who does that direct me to?
You're going to speak to the director, not the director, but you're going to speak to the receptionist at the desk, and she can direct you to whom you will have to speak to on that behalf.
Okay, reception at desk for, and this is just the
Archdiocese.
Okay, Archdiocese of
correct.
New Orleans,
correct. Archdiocese of New Orleans only. Correct.
Terrible spell.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll call them then.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello, this is St. Vincent de Paul, Mary Queen of Peace Helpline. Please leave your name, number, and physical address and describe the help that you need. We will call you back as soon as possible. May the peace of Christ Jesus be with you.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Thomas Bodin, date of birth 05/22/97. Landlines 985-520-4713. Cell phones 985-272-8989. I was directed to y'all at this 956300256 to speak to someone, I guess, administering the program through Mary Queen of Peace by the Samaritan Center. I was so sent here by the Samaritan Center. I guess if it's just a overall leave message for assistance, any assistance. As I've also contacted the St. Peter's Charities at St. Peter's Catholic Church and left messages and spoken to the LAHEAP and to follow up with their housing coordinator. What is it called? The housing coordinator. I guess the assistance I'm requesting would be mortgage acquisition for someone who qualifies for LAHEAP, qualifies for federal programs and stuff like that. I'm far under the income levels and stuff like that. There shouldn't be any issue. I'm on Social Security. And my guarantee of income is permanent. So just like I asked St. Peter's, if y'all can't provide financial payments and things of that nature due to budgets and stuff, because everybody I'm calling has no budgets or budget shortfalls and things like that. The easiest thing. Well, I gave my name and number, whatever. Someone else probably called and kicked me off the line. Hello?
Hello, is this Mr. Bodin?
Yes, ma'am. I was just leaving y'all a message a second ago.
Yes, you did, yes.
Yes.
I'm with St. Vincent de Paul Ministry at Mary Queen of Peace Church.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why did you call?
Oh, I was sorry. I was in the middle of that with the voicemail, and it got cut off. I'm not sure how much of it got through. I've contacted St. Peter's Charities at St. Peter's Catholic Church as well. I was directed to y'all through the Samaritan Center, and after getting directed to them by the LAHEAP representative and things like that, after finding out I qualify for that program and things like that, I'm calling y'all. Y'all's voicemail prompt was pretty open-ended, so I'm not sure if there's restrictions on anything you can request, but since it said, request anything, it would be connecting me with someone like me on Social Security, who would qualify for federal programs and things, with someone or company, entity, charity, whoever, who could act as like a co-signer for a mortgage, find someone to just, who would accept me with my income as, to underwrite a mortgage or something like that, so that I could secure like my current living circumstances as much as possible. Because it's the biggest difficulty I find is being lent credit and things like that as someone on Social Security. Lots of people like me have that as an issue, and usually have to rely on like someone in like a community or something around them to just, or church or something like that. And I guess that's at the stage I'm at. I'm currently doing that. I have my own lease and things like that. My family owns the property, but it would be good to somehow set myself up with a mortgage, even a long-term one, because I do have a guaranteed income, and I think that would probably strain funding from charities the least, which I'd like to kind of do, because from everybody I've called today, it seems like there's a huge shortfall in budget for the Catholic Charities, and I don't, so I'm not necessarily asking for direct like rent payments and things like that. It would be
well, you said you spoke to St. Peter's Church, correct? Because that must be the parish.
Yeah,
well,
and that's what they had also.
What did they say to you?
They did not give me a call back yet, but they had like voice options of what I was supposed to ask for them, and that's the reason I initially was asking about the mortgage thing. It was more like connecting me through St. Vincent de Paul to, anybody who thinks they could possibly help, which is probably a reasonable request, is to just put on a bulletin or something like that, because I mean I do have a guaranteed income, so it's by referral.
I can look into it. I really don't. I can look into it, but I will say this, that because you're in St. Peter's Parish, that's the first place that you call, and they should be able to help you. So I would call them again and see if they can't get back to you. I can call somebody in my group and see if they have anything, but we've never had this request before, so I really don't know.
Okay.
So
that I'd appreciate that. I think I live closer to Mary Queen of Peace than I do Covington with the physical church location, I'm assuming. So because I live in Mandeville.
What is your address?
406 Parkview Boulevard, Mandeville, Louisiana 70471-2877. I live on like the way to Madisonville, across from Beauchene, by those in a condominium complex, behind like the along the highway. Like there's a Dollar General in the shopping strip here, the Pick restaurant, that stuff. We all live behind that, and so I don't. So
you're at 406 Parkview Avenue, Mandeville, 70471. Boulevard. Okay. Okay, I'll check into it, and give me your phone number again so I can give you back.
A landline for leaving voicemails would be 985-520-4713, and my cell for other contact would be 985-272-8989. And I give whoever you're calling both of the numbers.
Okay.
Just in case.
So what you are, let me get this straight so I can explain it to them. You are under Social Security right now, and you're looking for somebody or some ministry or somebody to co-sign something so that you can
get a mortgage.
Get a lease.
Yeah. Because I have a lease right now. I have my lease. I've always had a lease with my parents and stuff like that. But now that like my parents are both going to be at the point where they're going to be retiring soon. My father's already retired. He's on Social Security himself now due to Alzheimer's dementia. So he retired earlier than expected, but because of that, the Social Security Administration has bumped up my pay permanently to basically a maximum you can possibly get federally, because I'm expected to live on my own, separate from them due to the dangers that could, be being in proximity of people with dementia and in the hardships that, we can't both be together at all because of the inability for like the feds to clear that. It would be they couldn't, with personnel that might have to come to minister to him, stuff like that, would be in contact with me or exposure with me, who might have had like immune compromised circumstances and things like that with cancer. So it's just they expect us to all live separately, and my family was fortunate enough to be able to acquire and purchase a property nearby, but all of the accessible options that I've ever seen really are long-term going to need me to be the full owner of the actual property, and that would help out the most. Like anything from there would be no taxes on this property if I owned it. There would be insurance liabilities would be basically negated. There's federal programs for that my parents can't access. Things like that, like tax write-offs and stuff, they can't get.
Right. Okay. I think I have enough information to
there's a lot of
to talk to
incentive for me to try to do that, just to secure my current circumstances, because renting a place is just that upends me and puts my life in kind of danger with like access to medical care. So once I get situated somewhere, I'm supposed to kind of stay there, and I think this is my last chance to really not be out on the street and have a secure environment. And I don't see any reason why there shouldn't be, because my income is permanent and it's about just under $2,000, so that should be very sufficient for this valuation, if I can be connected to someone who's
Okay. Well, let me contact and see if there is anything that we can do. So you're telling me you live behind the dollar store, correct? Where you explained that is where the
yeah, there's a private gated condominium complex back here. It's with a different name than the dollar store's like strip was probably built at the same time this one was, and but these are owned by owners back here, and like I think one corporation.
And did you try to buy one of those and you didn't qualify for a loan? Is that what the problem was?
It would just, I basically could qualify for a loan today if I had anyone to co-sign at all, because that's what I.
But without a co-signer, you can't qualify for a loan.
But I can qualify for anything with a co-signer, and I can get a 50-year loan.
Well, anybody can. Yeah, with a co-signer,
but
because the co-signer is on the book.
It's just difficult to find anyone, and because whenever I pass, the United States would assume my assets anyway. They'd settle a mortgage, so there would still be, it would be like extraordinarily minimal risk for a co-signer, but I basically would have to find someone external to act as a co-signer. It just has to be anyone. So I mean, like if there's a charity or anybody who or just someone in the community who is fine with that kind of a thing, they're that would.
Well, let me look into it, and then I'll give you a call back. But I would also, why did Samaritan Center give you St. Peter's number? Tell you to contact St. Peter.
Oh, I was told to contact St. Peter's by the LaHeap representative for the St. Tammany Parish. Let me see. The St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency. I called them first.
Okay.
I spoke with them for LaHeap. I do qualify for LaHeap and things like that. In order to continue to qualify for stuff like that, that's exactly a perfect example. I'm actually kind of surprised that there isn't a disqualifier there, because when I was living with my family for quite a number of years and still leased and paying rent and stuff, I could not qualify for LaHeap because of living with them, even though we were still separately financially. So it's one of those things where like now I qualify for this program with the local government, and that's a big utility expense that could be saved and a burden that could be lifted from me, and in general like probably put families' minds at ease with that kind of a thing long term too, to confidence in things. And they gave me St. Peter's because I don't think they knew exactly where I was supposed to be directed. They just gave me who they could.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can talk to someone and give you a call back. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Good morning, Archdiocese New Orleans. How can I direct your call?
Hi, I was directed here by the Catholic Charities CCANO individual that I spoke to 10-15 minutes ago or so. I asked for like the upper level for the Archdiocese, as it did not seem like at their level they'd be able to answer my questions about some things with services and stuff. I was directed to them by the St. Tammany Parish Community Action Agency with like the state's like energy assistance, law heat things, and I believe that after that you'd be able to direct me to someone who would be better suited to speak to me on about funding, so that I could better like find where I'm supposed to go under y'all's structure, as I think I was sent to too low of a level for programs and things.
Well, they are our source of whatever funding that there is available, Catholic Charities, because there's nothing here at the Archdiocese unless you contact your local church parish where you go to Mass at.
Why was I sent to you then?
I don't know why. I don't understand.
What do y'all do at this office then?
Everything from anybody that contacts the Archdiocese of New Orleans, we have to refer them to Catholic Charities, and they are the people that give out the fundings. We don't do that here at the Archdiocese level. They are that's our vehicle for making sure that they can, if there's assistance, they would come through them.
Okay, I may have just phrased that wrong. It has been like a few minutes, and I had another conversation with St. Vincent de Paul in the meantime. I probably should have called this one directly after, for me to remember how I was phrasing it. Is the director in, I guess?
The director of what?
I'm not sure. She was starting to talk about the director, and then just said that I should speak with the receptionist.
Well, can I ask you a question? What are you looking for? Financial assistance?
I'm not sure exactly, because from Catholic Charities, what they said they're 9 months behind on receiving funding, but like in an unspecified manner. And I didn't want to pry or anything, so I'd really rather not.
Right, but they are our source.
Assistance. So they get the money somewhere, and then they're your source. They're not your source of like individuals who could be assisted or something like that. Like because they're probably just going to tell me the same thing.
Anyone that asks for assistance, we refer them to Catholic Charities. And then you can also contact the United Way.
You mean like assistance, like by paying for like food or
your
something?
Bills or food or whatever you need, electricity, anything like that. Is that what you're looking for?
Probably not. Because I was trying to talk to the housing director of the of my parish's like government agency thing earlier, and I'd probably be better suited to speaking to someone who's under the Archdiocese or the Archdiocese knows or refers to, who helps with mortgages for like anyone on Social Security, like myself, the elderly, somebody like that, like who can pay something and just might need help connecting to the right people, since it is difficult for us to kind of get directed to where we need to go, as we're not the usual targets for like banks and stuff, since we're not working.
Well, like I explained to you, like I explained to you, sir, mostly anybody that needs assistance, we have to refer them to Catholic Charities, and now we can also tell you contact United Way.
What would I say to United Way?
That you need assistance with whatever you need.
Do you have like a more explicit recommendation than that? Because just asking for assistance, I don't think it's good.
Well, I mean, like if you need rental assistance or electricity assistance or help paying your water bill or something like that, you would have to contact those people.
Okay, is there like a different number I should call for the Catholic Charities than who I just spoke with? Because it seems like they don't...
504.
Okay, that wasn't what the number I just spoke to. Okay, sorry about that. So I'll
504 523 3755.
Okay, 504 523. What was the last four?
3755.
55. 55. Okay, I will try.
And if you need help with food, you got the second harvesters. You see what I'm saying? If you need the food bank.
Yeah, I spoke to the Samaritan Center earlier, and like the First Harvest or whatever food bank, I think this was closer to me. I think it's the one in like Mandeville, Covington, in St. Anthony Parish.
Right.
That kind of a thing relies more on physically being able-bodied enough to go and pick it up yourself and things like that, and I'm not. So that's usually that Samaritan Center is not an option for someone like myself, just because of the, logistical. It would cost as much money for me to get or send someone paid to acquire the food that they would physically have on hand, even if since I do qualify for the program, but it would be an equal amount of food a month a month for me to go one way there, and I still wouldn't be able to physically get that amount myself, like carry it and things like that, without paying someone on top of that back to where I was, and so it would just be that would just be irresponsible and not utilizing their resources in like a respectable manner. So I'll call the 504 number for Catholic Charities, I guess, and just ask for assistance in general.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
You too, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling Catholic Charities Archdiocese of New Orleans. If you are calling for assistance from one of our programs, please press 1. To donate or volunteer, press 2. For other administrative departments, press 3.
Thank you for contacting Catholic Charities Archdiocese of New Orleans. CCANO can provide case management services, referrals to other organizations. CCANO does not offer 24-hour crises, and we do not have shelters. Currently, there is no utility help, light, gas, or water. There is no rental, mortgage, and no deposit help. If you need help with other CCANO programs, please go to our website to complete an online request form. This may help to expedite your request. Staff will evaluate if Catholic Charities is able to meet your needs. Please hold while we route your call. No one is available at this time to take your call. If you are requesting Catholic Charities program services, please go to help.ccano.org and complete a service request form. Completing the online request form may expedite contact, but does not guarantee service. If you cannot access the service request form on the CCANO website, please leave a clear message with your contact information and the reason for calling. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you for calling Catholic Charities Archdiocese of New Orleans. If you are calling for assistance from one of our programs, please press 1. To donate or volunteer, press 2. For other administrative departments, press 3. For Human Resources, please press 1. For the President and CEO's office, press 2. For the Vice President of Mission and Community Engagement, press 3.
You have reached Deacon Martin Gutierrez, Vice President of Community Engagement for Catholic Charities Archdiocese of New Orleans. Please leave a message after the tone and I will return your call as soon as possible.
Hi, Deacon Martin. This is Jeffrey Thomas Bodin, date of birth 05/22/97. Landline 985-520-4713, cell 985-272-8989, fax 985-321-2100. I've been directed through the Archdiocese of New Orleans to CCANO to ask about assistance, I guess in general, overall, kind of in a very unspecified manner. And I got to y'all's, this number that I called to reach you was very much different than the initial one I was given by the government for Catholic Charities itself. So this 504 number was definitely different than the 985-605-5840, which I initially called. So I'd like to speak about, since I think it said you were the community action individual, a deacon is probably well suited to connecting me to individuals and parishioners who might be best able to serve a more unique request for assistance surrounding mortgage. So like think of anybody who wants to volunteer their services and is closer to you and works in finance or something like that, and you would know of and could help with that. For someone on Social Security and qualifying for like law heap and other manners of that, wherein that individual needs to stay stationary on Social Security and doesn't have a current mortgage, has a lease, family owns the property, and for best case scenarios to access the most programs from the feds, medical care to be guaranteed, because that's the priority. It's not to be moved somewhere else that I'll just be kicked out of eventually, because it would be to acquire a permanent property, and this is what I'm established in. It's much better to purchase it in whole and just significantly relieve financial burdens and other things as families fiscally extremely strained due to just retiring and also dementia themselves. There's a lot that the feds offer me. I just have to acquire a property, and the one that I live in basically is what they require. So if there's anybody you can connect me to or ask around with, I think that's one of the most appropriate things that could be done. I don't see why it would be an extraordinarily unusual request from my experience with various charity structures that have been probably under y'all or under the Holy See's other orders when I went to Catholic school myself at St. Paul's. I've seen this kind of thing before. I just don't necessarily know what to call it. So I have faith that y'all will be able to put me in the right direction or directly connect me with someone or some entity of some sort. I have a guaranteed income. I just need someone else to be there to help out, basically. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you in the future.